Good evening from Sweden, and welcome to today's topic, which is about what it truly means to live in union with God. So, oftentimes we have heard people talk about live in alignment with God and to do God's will and all of that in a sort of negative way because people are doing horrible things in the name of God. But you can always recognize if you live in union with God, if it truly comes from love, and if it comes from unity, and if it comes from helping people and uplifting other people, and if it truly, if it comes from a sense of empathy and just kindness. If it doesn't come from that, don't listen to anyone who says that they do a thing in the will of God, according to God, because anyone can claim that. But if you really want to see if they're talking the truth, you have to look at the answers. So don't be afraid of listening to your God's will just because others claim that they are listening to the will of God, but really they're listening to the totally opposite part of themselves than what God is. So according to my perspective of what it means to live in union with God, is that we live in union with our purpose. When we live in union with our purpose, we are fulfilling the reason why we even came here in the first place. Although the meaning of purpose is often misunderstood because we think that purpose is in some form of career, which is many times can be, but it is not because of the career itself, but because the career has just been an extension of who and what you are. So that means that if you, for example, like animals a lot and you could follow your passion for animals, then you probably will become, maybe you will help animals in some way, you will rescue animals, you will become a vet or something like that. But it is not because of the career, but because of your purpose, if you understand the difference between those two. A purpose is also, for example, if you feel like you are called to to travel, to cook, to be silent. Maybe you feel called to go to another country and just live very, very simple and explore. It can be that you feel called to build a family. It can be that you feel called to not build a family. It can also be that you feel called to actually just do a career, and it is important to not judge yourself and what you feel is your passion, because there is nothing that is wrong or right when it comes to this. The only thing that is wrong or right is what is wrong or right for you. So if we want to live in union with God, we have to honor ourselves and what is placed inside of us within our hearts. That is how we live in union with God. To live in union with God is that we follow our heart's voice. It is that we dare to go against the stream, even though that it may looks weird. It is that we dare to stand up for ourselves at times where it's not very comfortable. It is when we choose to become our own pet best friend that we live in union with God. Because remember, you are God. So if you deny yourself, you deny God. And the only one you have given the full responsibility for in this world is yourself, and of course your child when they are very young. Um, but that is it. It is The only thing that we truly always can take responsibility for is how we choose to react, to behave, to act in the world, what kind of thoughts we choose to think, and all of that. That is what we have the full power of. And when we are not taking responsibility and are actually using our power, we are not, as I see it, honoring ourselves. And when we don't honor ourselves, we don't honor God, because God loves us unconditionally, but He wants our happiness. He wants to, as believe, I believe that the Creator wants to create through us, as us. And that is the whole game of life. And that is when we feel the most fulfilled, is when we let that force work through us. So it is important to stay true to who we are and to honor that in all areas of life, because if we don't honor it in some areas but in others, then we're still not totally honest, and it will seep into other areas as well and poison it. So yeah, that was what I was thinking about today. I love you, and I wish you a beautiful evening.